The world is a dangerous place. We face many threats. Some are natural, like earthquakes and storms. Others are man-made, like war. The biggest threat is nuclear war. It could destroy everything. Many things could start a nuclear war. Countries might fight over resources. Terrorists could get their hands on a bomb. Mistakes can happen, even with the best intentions. The consequences would be devastating. We must be vigilant. We must work together to prevent nuclear war. The future of humanity depends on it. We have a responsibility to future generations. Let's not let them down. The USA and USSR were rivals for decades. They had many nuclear weapons. In a nuclear war, they would be the main targets. Millions would die instantly. Survivors would face radiation sickness. Food and water would be contaminated. The lucky ones would be far from the blasts. They would need to find shelter and supplies. The USA and USSR would cease to exist as we know them. Their governments would collapse. Their people would be scattered and desperate. The world would be a very different place. Imagine a world without sunshine. Nuclear explosions create a nuclear winter. Dust and smoke block out the sun. The temperature drops dramatically, crops would fail, animals would die, survivors would face starvation, the air would be toxic, water would be scarce and dangerous to drink, disease would spread rapidly, medical care would be almost non-existent, life expectancy would plummet, the world would be a desolate wasteland. Section 4. Survival Guide: Clawing Back from the Brink. Survival after a nuclear war would be a daily struggle. You would need to be tough, resourceful and lucky. Finding shelter would be the first priority. Look for underground bunkers or basements. Reinforce existing structures. Learn to purify water and scavenge for food. Basic skills like farming and hunting will be essential. Avoid contact with others as much as possible. Disease will be rampant. Trust will be a luxury you cannot afford. Survival will depend on your ability to adapt and overcome. Section 5. Strangers in the night. Will they help or hinder? Some people believe aliens watch over us. They speculate that aliens might intervene in a nuclear war. Would they help us or harm us? Perhaps they would share their technology. Maybe they would offer refuge on another planet. Or maybe they would see us as a threat and leave us to our fate. We cannot rely on alien intervention. We must take responsibility for our own actions. We must prevent nuclear war ourselves. Our fate is in our own hands. Section 6. Preventing Armageddon. A call to action. Preventing nuclear war is everyone's responsibility. We need to reduce the number of nuclear weapons. We need to strengthen international diplomacy. We need to educate people about the dangers of nuclear war. We need to promote peace and understanding between nations. We need to find peaceful solutions to conflict. The future of humanity is at stake. We must act now to prevent a nuclear catastrophe. Let's work together to create a safer world for ourselves and future generations. Let's choose peace over destruction.